Hello, welcome to this webinar, everyone. My name is Paula. My name on social media is Leave It to P. If you're here, then you have an idea about what we'll be talking about today. I want to make this as brief as possible, but I also want to be as informative as possible. And if you know me, you know I kind of talk a lot. I like to give a lot of details, but stick with me here. So today we're going to be talking about the Energetic Alignment Profile, EAP for short. I want to start off really quick by telling you guys this story. And this story, I feel like since it came out, this is the reason why this ancient technique is starting to become popular again now. And this is not fiction. There was this woman from Africa. She was trying to manifest help for these charities that she was working with. And she felt like if she could connect with this king of a particular tribe, that will make all the difference for her charities. She was trying to manifest help from this king. And she's trying all the manifestation techniques, right? We see them all the time on social media, on YouTube, on TikTok. We're seeing different people telling us different ways to do manifestation techniques. Some things work, some things don't. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of one size fits all. So she's trying these techniques. Nothing's happening. Nothing's working. So she met a woman who helps people with basically manifestation for a living. So this woman that she hired basically found out her energetic alignment profile for her, gave it to her, and fast forward, the woman did meet the king. She did build a connection, and she married the king. She married the king. She was just trying to manifest a connection with him for help for her charities. This was not on her list of things to do. So she obviously got help for her charities, right? That's one. She got married, two, and now she's a queen. She wasn't asking for all of that, but that is how powerful an EAP is, your EAP. It's much more powerful than basic manifestation techniques, and even some of those are really, really powerful, right? But the thing is, they are one size fits all, and it's nothing really tailored to you. And your soul has a tailored blueprint that came with you to this earth. Whether you believe it or not, you are living either with it or against it right now. A lot of people can't manifest the things that they want because they are unconsciously living against it. They're not even aware that this blueprint even exists, and they are living against it. Your EAP helps you identify and even confirm basically your life's purpose, your soul's purpose. It's going to tell you, number one, what you're here to do, things to do to basically fulfill that purpose, career-wise, business-wise, etc. For example, mine says that I'm a healer and I'm here to deliver messages and awaken people, which I basically do through tarot and other things that I offer. It'll give you a bunch of different career paths and business ideas that align with your soul's purpose. And when you are doing something that aligns with your soul's purpose, especially income-wise, aligned income is the best income because it feels really good doing it, right? It feels really good doing it. It doesn't feel like a job. It feels like you belong. It doesn't feel so stressful. Aligned income creates long-lasting generational wealth, not just fast cash until this dies down and it's not popular anymore. No, it creates generational wealth because it is aligned with what you were here to do in the first place, and the universe will always back that. On the list of careers and businesses it gave me was be a speaker, a teacher, a therapist, a counselor, a spiritual healer, all of these things of which I thought about since a kid. Now, that's not the best part. It's a great part because it helps you understand you and what you're here to do, especially for those people who have felt lost and kind of bounced from, this job to that job, or, taking these classes to these classes, or starting this business to this business to this idea. You know what I'm saying? Those people who kind of keep jumping from thing to thing, idea to idea, and kind of just not really knowing what to do, where you belong, what are you supposed to be doing. Or you keep starting all these businesses and they keep failing. They're not making you that money that you want to make. That was me. And it's because these are not your aligned businesses. Yeah, some things are fast cash, businesses, like the whole drop shipping stuff like that, right? And it works for some people, but it's not a long-term wealth building type of thing, right? And it's because it's not aligned for everyone. It's not a part of our bigger picture, right? You have to find the thing that is aligned with you, that you will be passionate about, because it's part of your soul's blueprint and purpose. And that is where happiness and fulfillment and generational income will come from. There's more to all of that, but now I want to get into the actual manifestation part, because I know you're still wondering, how does this help me with manifestation though? So along with all of that really cool, fun stuff comes a map, okay? This map is the most important thing about your energetic alignment profile. Now, again, this map is not one size fits all. This is your map. Now, the best way I can describe it is kind of like feng shui. I'm sure we've all heard of feng shui at some point in our lives. And I'll just basically give you an idea in case you have not heard of it. Feng shui is basically, it's an ancient technique as well. And it's basically how houses were built, houses and buildings were built for energetic purposes. So basically, long ago, for example, if someone was building a new house, a feng shui professional might suggest to them, oh, you should put your bedroom in this area of the home for perfect health. And you should put your office, your home office, in this part of the house for better business, more opportunities, more money, etc. And then it moved to kind of inside the house. Well, which way should my desk face? And then that's when people were starting to be told, well, don't have your desk facing a wall, because when you're facing a wall and your back is towards the door, you're basically turning your back to opportunities and money. Your desk should be facing the door so that you are open to what's coming into you. You're open to the opportunities. You're open to the money, and etc. Right? And then from there, it even came to, well, there's different things that you can do for feng shui every year. Depending on the year, there's different things. So the EAP is kind of like feng shui, but feng shui is still too general. It's still too one size fits all. And that's basically how the EAP came about, is because, like I said, we are always trying other people's techniques, right? We're always trying these things that we see on social media, and some things work, some things don't, some things they could work, but they're taking so long that we kind of just stop. You try to have faith in it, and they're like, just hold the faith, hold the faith, hold the belief. But when you see somebody in the comments saying, oh, this worked for me, overnight, or this worked for me in a week, and you're a month in and you're not seeing those results, it can be really discouraging. And that's where the EAP comes in, really, because it's not theirs, it's yours. And kind of like in feng shui, your EAP is going to tell you where you should have your bed, which way you should sit when you're on a date, which way you should sit when you're networking, which way you should sit when you're meditating, when you're trying to learn something new, when you are journaling, when you are working, which part of your house you should exercise in for best health. It's going to tell you where your love zone is in your house, and what to put there to attract love into your life, to attract friendships, new connections, where your networking zone is. There was a woman who hadn't been out of the country before, but she was trying to manifest it. So she already had her passport ready. She got her EAP. She put a map in her success direction. She circled some places that she wanted to go to. I think somebody told her to put like 3. They were Greece, Barbados, and something else. I can't remember the other one. But 3 weeks later, somebody contacted her, you guys, and she got a fully paid for trip to Greece. And that was just in 3 weeks of her having her EAP and utilizing it. Now, I don't know when the trip actually was, but 3 weeks in, she was contacted about it. Now, somebody else, they put a globe in their success direction because they wanted to travel as well. But that traveling part didn't happen that way, but instead, they started to get clients from all over the world, from places where they didn't even know people were even seeing their work. So you kind of have to be a little specific with it, because it's kind of like the lady who became the queen, right? You have to be kind of specific with it. I mean, things still do happen, great things, amazing things, but you want to be a little bit more specific with it and kind of talk to your things. I like to put little sticky notes on my things of what exactly I want and read those things. But this is why when you're going to receive your EAP from someone, you have to give them certain information: your first name, your birth month and year, and your birth assigned gender, because your map is tailored to that information. One of the best parts about the EAP is that after you get your EAP, it's free to use. You may already have everything that you need. You just need to move some things around in your house. You might be thinking, I want to travel too. I need to get a map and circle some places on it that I want to go to, put it in my success direction. And then you think, oh, I don't really want to spend any more money right now, or I don't have the money right now. That's perfectly fine. You can start off with paper and your handwriting. Write down the places that you want to go to. Script your vacation. Put it up there in your success direction. Get creative. Intention paired with these items, paired with the right zones or directions in your home or in your space. Maybe you don't have a whole home of your own. Maybe you just have a room of your own. That's fine. Make that room your manifestation vault. It is so possible. You still have these zones and directions in that room. One thing that I almost forgot that I want to make sure that I mention before I get off here is, while you have these zones that work for you, you also have dead zones, blocked zones as well. Some people actually have their vision boards in their dead zones right now, and they're totally unaware, and they can't figure out why they're not manifesting anything on their vision board. And that is really, really, truly sad to me. There are people scripting and journaling and meditating all in the wrong direction every single day, and they've been doing it for so long. I mean, can you imagine doing everything that you're supposed to do, doing everything right, but you're just doing it in the wrong direction? You're just doing it in the wrong zone. Ugh. If you are someone who has been trying to manifest things and it never works out, or you're someone who does manifest things sometimes with certain techniques, but you use the technique, it works one time, you try to use it for something else and it no longer works anymore. If you are just someone who wants the manifestation process to not seem so difficult, so pressured, so stressful, to try to hold on to this belief and hope that you can be one of those people who say, yes, this works and it worked for me finally, I truly, truly recommend that you get your EAP. It is so simple to live by it. With the EAP, I mean, like, it's basically you're a magnet and you are turning in directions. You've been manifesting in directions, putting your vision board in directions, and nothing, nothing, nothing. And then boom, you turn a certain direction and boom, the metal just flies to you. That's your success zone. That's your love direction. That's your wisdom direction. You are the magnet. You just don't know where the metal is. You just have to find it. You have not been facing the directions where the metal actually is. You keep passing it, keep missing it, keep turning your back on it, and it's completely working against you. And once you get that map, you find out where that metal is, so you can turn yourself, your little magnet self, to that metal and let it just come to you. And like I said, with regular manifestation techniques that are one size fit all and pretty general, these usually feel kind of forceful for people. And they tell you just hold the belief and that's it, but you're trying to hold a belief, it still kind of feels a little difficult to hold that belief that you're going to be in a mansion while you're sleeping in a box. You know what I'm saying? It can still feel a little hard. And one thing that I will say, and that have many people have said, is that when you start to live by your map, it doesn't feel forced. You don't, ponder, and you don't worry. You may still have your little worries or whatever, but you feel better. You feel happier. You feel like things are coming. It doesn't feel so forced like the regular manifestation techniques. Like, this feels like aligned because you are literally in alignment. Once you are living by that map, you are literally in alignment. I mean, the whole profile with it telling you your soul's purpose, ways to fulfill that purpose through careers and businesses, and your map, it's the ultimate alignment profile. It is the ultimate alignment blueprint for you. Now, with your EAP, you're also going to receive a guide on how to use it for best results. You will also receive personalized ritual instructions. And now, ritual is not, when I say that, I don't mean anything crazy. You're not going to have to sacrifice anything. I know how some people get scared when they hear that word. It's nothing like that. It's like personalized affirmations, simple things like that. You'll also receive a tracker so that you can start tracking these little sparks and things in your life, changes that you start to see, because when you start to acknowledge them, you become grateful for them, and when you become grateful for them, you attract more and more of it. And so that is why the tracker is so important. So do not sleep on that. So definitely take the time to write out those synchronicities every single day. We want to make this a lifestyle. Living by our EAPs, our energetic maps, we want to make it a lifestyle, right? Because people do something that works and they get what they want and then they kind of stop. And then life starts getting crazy again and they're like, what the heck, I did this thing. But it's like, you stop though. So we want to make this a lifestyle so that we can always live in abundance and prosperity and love and health and happiness, right? Once you have your EAP, you have it forever. So use it. So if you're still here, I love how optimistic you are, and I seriously believe that you are ready for this transformation. And I really want to help you get every aligned desire in your life. So with that being said, I want to give you an over 50% off discount code for the EAP. It should show up above my head somewhere. This is over 50% off discount code. Use it today because it will expire. And I will still offer a discount code, but it won't be a discount that is so big. But for you, since you stayed to the end of this video, I really, really want to help you out. Get your EAP today for over 50% off using this discount code now. Below this video, there will be a link that will take you directly to the EAP page. So once you go on there and submit your payment, you're going to be taken directly to a short form from there, where you're going to put your email address, your first name, your birth month and year, and your birth assigned gender. And that's it, you guys. Once you submit that, give me some time and I am going to send you your personalized energetic alignment profile directly to the email address that you have provided. And again, it's also going to come with a guide and a few other things. So once you submit your payment in the form, just give me a little bit of time to get your energetic alignment profile figured out, put everything together, and send it to you in a nice bundle. If you'd like, feel free to share this video with your family and friends, and I look forward to hearing your results. So make sure that you follow me on social media so that you can message me when you start your journey, when you're on your journey, when everything is happening for you and not to you anymore. If you are ready to stop hustling and start aligning and stop chasing and start attracting, then go ahead and get your EAP today, and I will be in touch shortly. Thank you for joining me today, and I have a great feeling that you will also be thanking yourself very soon.